Are you getting enough sleep? I'm sure you've experienced sleepless nights of tossing and turning, only to wake up feeling tired, along with your brain and body not ready to start the day. Usually, this is an easy fix. Just go to bed at a reasonable time, right? But let's be honest, in this world we live in today, people are getting less sleep. It's obvious that school or work can demand a large amount of our time, especially the work that needs to be done after hours, like those overnight cram study sessions that students do at the night before an exam, or contributing additional hours of work to wrap up a project before the deadline. Now, we can't ignore the fact that everyone wants to live their best lives, and living your best life means that you're traveling, going out on parties, clubs, hanging out with friends and families, and the list goes on. So, with work and school, along with enjoying the good times, many people are suffering from sleep deprivation simply because sleep is not being prioritized in our schedules. According to studies in the US, 40% of Americans are getting less than 6 hours of sleep. This is a problem, especially with the long list of negative effects that come from sleep deprivation. Being super tired, irritated, and exhausted, along with not wanting to get out of bed, are common effects. But there are some very serious effects from sleep deprivation that you should not ignore. This is definitely something that you should be aware of, especially if you're not getting enough sleep or you may be experiencing some of the negative effects. We will get into more of the negative effects from sleep deprivation along with more information on changes that you can make to avoid being sleep deprived. So get comfy and join us in this video. Brain function. First on our list is brain function. If you've experienced brain fog or your brain's memory system isn't working like it should, this always seems to happen during important moments like during an exam or a presentation. Well, sleep deprivation can have a negative impact on your ability to retain new memory, along with challenges with maintaining focus. Unfortunately, it gets worse. Your concentration, creative thinking, along with your problem-solving skills goes down the drain as well. According to WebMD, scientists measuring sleepiness have found that sleep deprivation leads to lower alertness and concentration. It's more difficult to focus and pay attention, so you're more easily confused. This hampers your ability to perform tasks that requires logical reasoning or complex thoughts. Immune system. Next is the immune system. People who are sleep deprived are compromising their immune system, which means that you increase the chances of becoming sick from colds, viruses, or infectious diseases. Your body has the ability to naturally heal. During sleep, the body produces cytokines and antibodies that helps reduce inflammation and fights against infections. So, lack of sleep weakens the body's natural defenses, which means an increased risk of illnesses. Studies show that people who don't get quality sleep or enough sleep are more likely to get sick after being exposed to a virus, such as a common cold virus. Lack of sleep can also affect how fast you recover if you do get sick. Well-being. Let's talk about our well-being. Merriam-Webster defined well-being as being the state of being happy, healthy, or prosperous. Having good health and prosperity contributes to our happiness. It goes without saying that lack of sleep can affect these areas of our lives, which results in a negative effect on our happiness. When there's no happiness, this correlates to a state of depression. And being depressed means our well-being is not in a good place. Let's look at how sleep deprivation affects sexual health and obesity, which impacts our well-being. People who suffer from obesity are more likely to suffer from depression as well. Bad sleep habits along with a poor diet are big contributors of obesity. There are unique hormones such as leptin and ghrelin that regulates appetite. Sleep deprivation causes a hormone imbalance which promotes overeating. Depression is a big factor when it comes to obesity. With poor sleeping habits, the state of depression increases because without proper rest, it takes a toll on your mental and emotional health. This means that behavioral changes like being irritated and impatient, along with mood swings and irrational activities are unavoidable. When it comes to sexual health, we all know that sex is a good stress reliever. In addition, there's great health benefits like lowering blood sugar and boosting the immune system. Sex creates happiness between partners because there's a bond that's developed from the intimacy each other shares. In order for the magic to happen in the bedroom, good rest is essential. However, lack of rest can definitely ruin the moment. An article by the Sleep Foundation states that sleep deprivation has been associated with reduced sexual desire and arousal in women. As a result, insomnia, one of the most common sleep disorders, may be a risk factor for sexual dysfunction. A lack of sleep and disrupted sleep have also been linked to a higher risk of erectile dysfunction. Sex and depression is very complex and we'll definitely create some good content about that another time. But when we look at how a poor sleep routine affects sexual health, we can gain some understanding. For example, bad sleeping habits can lead to lack of desire or arousal, which means a decrease in sexual intimacy or just having no motivation to have sex. Solution: the bad effects of sleep deprivation can be scary, but there is hope. In fact, with a little effort, it can be easy to fix with just a few simple changes. Here are 5 simple things that you can do to manage your sleep better. Number 1, be more consistent with your sleep schedule. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time. Number 2, make sure your bedroom is peaceful and quiet. Limit the amount of light in the room for best results. Number 3, limit watching TV and phone activity before bedtime. Even putting your phone in another room is a good idea. Number 4, don't eat big meals, drink coffee or alcohol right before bedtime. Number 5, get active. Being active during the day can make it easier for you to fall asleep at night. Now that you're aware of some of the negative effects from sleep deprivation, hopefully this video provided some good insight. Don't forget to share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more interesting health content. Do take care.